Hey folks, welcome back to the Run to the Movies podcast. I'm Max and today I'm hosting...
Me!
So, I was the first guinea pig that Toy interviewed on the podcast, so I thought it would be appropriate for me to interview Toy as well.
I'm so nervous.
So, I have curated a set of 10 questions that I'm going to ask Toy, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's good. 10's not bad. 10's not bad.
Alright, you're right.
I usually gave the girls like 25, I think, each.
I guess I wasn't creative enough to compete.
No, I'm fine with 10.
I may add, as we go along, I may add some extra ones. We shall see,
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, so the first question is simple and easy to start with.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Describe what it felt like to film your very first reaction.
I was scared. I was so frightened. Okay, so someone else found the ad for me and said that I would be really good at this and to try this. And then I never knew what to expect because I've never seen anyone do anything like this before. So I was like, okay. And I remember I was so nervous and I did not smoke that day. So my nerves were not calm at all. I was so anxious. I was nervous. It was the worst feeling ever. And then I came up here and I was like, I was using my more timid self where I was just like, what is that? What are you going to do? And then my first time doing it was Event Horizon. It turned out to be like one of my favorite movies ever, Max, because I love the game Dead Space. And I didn't watch too many, not as much as I thought movies, but I played a lot of games, and I was like, this is so like it. And then I did my research, and it turns out that that game was inspired by Event Horizon and also The Thing. And I also ended up watching that here, too. So I was like, no forking way. Event Horizon was awesome. So to describe my first time doing this, I was very scared, but then it turned out to be so much fun and so awesome. And a lot of things that I learned, so it's cool.
Cool.
Sorry, I ranted about that a little bit.
No, that's perfectly fine. So, second question. What was it like to meet Boo for the first time?
Oh my god! I fell in love. Look at her face. How could you not? Like, she's so she reminds me of these things that my grandpa used to collect. My grandma and my grandpa used to collect, like, a lot of figurines of animals, and that's what she looked like perfectly to a T. And they had, like, what felt like it should have been real fur, but you knew it wasn't because it was so rough. But she looks like them. Look at her. She's so cute. And then sometimes I wonder if she's judging me. Like, because the faces, like, she makes, like, she'll just stare at you like that, and it's like, oh my god.
I remember your first reaction in Event Horizon, and you were scared out of your mind. And she was on your lap, and then she left for a while. And then she came back towards the end, and you're like, where were you? I really needed you. I thought that was hilarious. That really the moment that when I knew you would be perfect for Run to the Movies.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
That was the moment I knew you'd be absolutely perfect for Run to the Movies, is when you said that. Right, yes. Boo? You want to come up here? No. She just wants to, she doesn't judge.
Yeah. I squeeze a lot, though, so I feel like she doesn't come to me a whole lot more, so I'm glad we have these pillows. Like, I need a squeeze. Because, like, before I brought in it was my Oogie Boogie pillow. Mm-hmm. I brought that in before, and it helped so much.
Do you remember in the Twister reaction when Abby, like, squished Boo so hard, and you're like, you squished Boo?
Oh, yeah. I think I gave her the pillow in one of the reactions. I was like, here, I will surrender this.
Boo's face was like, what are you doing to me?
Poor Boo.
Alright, so you have a cat and a dog. Tell our viewers a bit about them.
Oh my god. So, I was just making fun of Harry the other day, actually, because of his personality. So, when I met Harry, it was like years ago.
Harry's
the cat. So, his name's Harry Potter, so we just call him Harry. David, named him. It was somebody I knew. Or no, actually. I shouldn't say. Somebody I know. It was his cat. He came with a family, and I just had this cat ever since. Like, David moved to Texas, so it's like, okay, it's my cat. But Harry was really fat back then. Like, huge. I think I still have a video like saved in my archive on my Instagram. I'm holding him and he's like that big and that round and his head was and I was like, this is terrible. And I met him like that. So actually, Harry lost a lot of weight. I had to do some dieting, get him to move around, but he's starting to get a little chunky again, but it's not bad. It's just, he looks fine. But damn, that cat was big. and Harry is always in my room, and he just sleeps all day, and he eats. That's it. He's not really active. He's just like and and it's funny because he reminds me a lot of a pig I used to have, Igpay. Their personalities were exactly the same. If you were to just go, oh, hi, Harry, he would just go and let you. He would just be like, I'm just waiting for this to be over. Like, okay, all right, goodbye. Like, he's really chill. I like Harry. He's very lazy, but he's got like this diva kind of attitude, I guess. Like this, you know? And Finn. Oh my God, Finn. Finn is the total opposite.
So he's the dog.
Yes. Finn. The movie Up, I think, is what I'm talking about. Is that the movie with the dog that had a translator on it and you could understand it in English?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was the movie Up. And he's like that dog. His attention span is like that dog. I can't really do the scene perfectly because I don't know what he says afterwards, but then all of a sudden he's ranting and talking, and then he goes, squirrel, you know? Like, that's Finn. Finn's funny, too. Like, he'll drag you around, but if he doesn't want to do anything, he makes it known. Like, we were going for a walk, and I was like, come on, Finn. And he was taking a little rest in the shade, so I let him, gave him some water. And then I was like, okay, all right, like, it's been, like, 10 minutes. I've been enjoying it, too. Come on, let's go home. And then he gets up, and the shade goes like this, like, smaller. And he goes, and doesn't move anymore. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I have the animals with the personality that's just like, Jesus, like, we're meant for each other here. This is a perfect trio. So I don't know. It's funny. Like, one is overly goofy and the other one is just meh. And they don't like each other. Actually, Finn really did like Harry, but Harry won't want anything to do with him. He's like, get away from me.
Well, that's Happy and Boo. They don't really see eye to eye.
Yeah. And Harry looks mean, though, because Harry will, like, stare around the corner like, you know, like the cat, I'm gonna kill you look. It's so funny. But yeah, those are my animals. I've had lots.
So, this is a slightly different type of question.
Okay.
If your favorite rock star walked into the studio right this moment,
oh my God,
what would you say and do?
Are you kidding me? I don't know. I think I would show this feeling right now. I'd be like, whoa. Cut the cameras. No, we're leaving. Hi. My name is whatever you want to call me.
So Boo isn't your favorite rock star?
Oh, Boo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody else just came into the picture. Oh my God. That's a hard one to say, though. Who would my favorite, like, which one? Oh my God, there's just so many of it. That's a good one, though. I would melt, though. I know I would. I love me a musician. I do. It's a bonus. It's just a bonus, but a girl can have her fantasies. Mine just happen to be musicians. Oh my God, like Tom Cruise in Rock of Ages. Mm-hmm. Jesus, I was never attracted to Tom Cruise until he became Casey. Oh, Jesus.
Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy, that's right. Stacy Jacks. Oh my God. Casey, huh?
My favorite scene in that movie is when Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand start making out.
Oh my god,
so
right? They do the funniest things. I love when they do funny things like that. Like what was it? Russell Crowe, Kurt Russell was like the stairs when he was in Thor.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. Yes. That was great.
Russell Crowe. There's so many Russells.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. I remember when I went to see Rock of Ages in the movies.
Oh.
My friends and I were like, we were the most awful people in the movie theater because we couldn't stop laughing. But everyone else, like, a movie bombed, but everyone else hated it. But we had such a blast. We really tried to be quiet, not be those assholes who are loud, but it was very difficult.
Yeah.
It was so great.
No, I love when there's a whole movie, like, being played and people, like, record the audience and they're all doing it. That's the best kind of movie experience. I love when people are expressive. That's why I love working here. I'm like, because I do that in real life, but it's not as, like, much. It's more like oh my god, like, in my own seat in the movies, and you can't hear me because the screen's loud. But shit gets me, especially in the dark. Oh my god.
So, what were you like as a little kid? Did you get into trouble?
Oh, my childhood is very, very dark.
Oh.
I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but it did have its good times. It made me who I am today. Like, there's not all bad points to it, or like parts of it. One half that, was a good part was, my dad. So my dad was the one who tried to get me into all this stuff. Like, he's the one who got me into Star Wars. He got me into Marvel. Like, most of the stuff I'm into and I love today. Like, my dad was very supportive over fun things like that. And he collects a lot of movie memorabilia stuff. He's got a whole movie room. He even bought theater seats from Washington, from an actual movie theater that was shutting down.
Cool.
And he's going to transform his basement into an actual theater. I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. Like, he loves movies. And there was a lot that he wanted to show me that he didn't have a chance to, but I'm watching them here, which is cool. Like, I didn't get into Star Trek until here because I was too young, but certain things, they just catch your attention more than others.
So your dad loves that you do this?
My dad's my dad's different now. He's like he's older, so he's just like,
what's this YouTube thing?
Yeah. I want to say his attitude's like Harry. He's just like, so, but he still does it though. Every time I come over to visit him, he's got this tripod and it like looking thing, and anything with like 3, right? That's okay, good.
Yes.
So it would have a frame in it, and it would say like your feature presentation or something. You put the DVD inside of it, and you just take it out and like, hey, this is what we're gonna watch today, and then he takes it out of there and he pops it in.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, so my dad, like, he still is into stuff like that, but yeah, what is YouTube? So what do you do? What kind of videos do you make on Instagram?
I feel like as I get older, I'm more and more like that because I don't understand all the different things. Like Abby talks about all these things she does, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I just got a Discord the other day, and I have no idea how to use it. I'm trying to figure that out. Everyone's talking about Discord, so I'm like, I'm going to look into Discord. But I've only downloaded the app. I haven't looked at it on my computer yet, but I'm going to have to. I don't know nothing about it. Everybody does, though, but I'm learning that right now. Trying to, anyway. So, yeah, I feel it. I'm trying to keep up with the times.
Boo doesn't have a Discord yet. She will.
We'll figure it out together, Boo.
So, if you got posted to the Death Star, what would your job be, and how would you spend your off-duty hours?
How I thought about that sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually thought of this situation already before, Max. I thought about if I was on the Death Star, how terrible it would be, because not only would I not only am I clumsy, but to be where, to be where Daddy is. I would want to be around him all the time. I would be I would probably confess my love to him. So my position on the Death Star, I thought could be absolutely anything as long as I'm safe doing it. I would mop the damn floors in there if I could be close to him and just let him, feel my force.
So what would you do when you're not on duty?
Look at him.
Stalk Lord Vader?
Learn his, thing, like, hey, we're alone. How can we talk,
What would you say to him?
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it. Honestly, I probably wouldn't say anything for a very long time. Because I'm so bumbly when I speak. So,
well, if you were to practice, like...
a speech in my head for a while? Oh, man. I would probably ask, like, what he's thinking and how can, we're all part of a team here, so how can we help you, Lord? And, I don't know. I would try to slowly push my way closer into him. Maybe like on a friendship reaching out vibe. And then I would make my move and be like, all right, look, I know about Padme and all, but life goes on. Life goes on. Maybe together we could take down that Emperor. That's what I would say to him. I'd probably, I would. I would say all those things, like just have casual conversation, get in, be like, so about that position.
What position?
By his side, ruling the galaxy together as father and...
What?
I don't know the other word for father and baby, I guess.
So you'd want to rule the galaxy together
as father
with
and good girl.
Father and good girl.
I'm so sorry.
So that's what you'd want him to call you, like a good girl?
Ah, yes! Can we put a disclaimer on this before the podcast starts?
What should the disclaimer say?
This interview contains, adult humor.
I think our viewers already expect that when you're involved. If you or Abby are involved, that's expected, I think.
Oh my God, I saw the reaction coming out today. Oh, it's got nudity in it. They're better. Sometimes I really don't remember what I say until we see those videos.
Well, that's why I think what makes for a great reaction is you're really amazing at improv. I feel like everyone's got different skill sets. Like, I feel like I'm a fairly good writer when it comes to writing comedy ahead of time.
Yeah.
But on the spot, I really suck. But you, Tori, and Abby are phenomenal at improv. You just have the funniest jokes. I would never begin to imagine saying something that funny. It just comes out of the three of your mouths. Which is, I think, what makes for the best reactions.
Aw, thanks.
So... with that, on that point, what is your favorite moment of any of our reaction videos?
Oh. See, I've thought about that a couple times too. Oh man, what's my favorite moment, like here?
Yeah, of any reaction video we've ever made, what's your just the one favorite moment that you go back to watch?
Like, that I actually go back. Oh man, that's a good one. There's actually a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them is in Dread when Tori says, "What the heck is a hottie house?" And then I just go like, I look up, I start laughing. That's one I always go back to. Another one is I just recently did myself and Tori again with the he pulls it open, the door, the wedge, the Big Lebowski.
Okay.
The door.
When the door opens the wrong way, yeah, that was a great moment. The two of you lost.
That was the funniest shit I ever seen. To see somebody wear that. Like, how did he not know his door does that? Why didn't he test it before he did all that? I'm sorry. That was just so funny. Oh my god, I was laughing for like a minute straight. Oh my god.
I think one of my favorite moments, there's so many, like we have hundreds of videos now. One of my favorite moments is when you and Tori were watching Alien. And,
the shooting out.
The body went out. And the two of you just lost it. Just like for a long time. You just wouldn't stop laughing.
I did do it to that one too. I think I even screen recorded that one.
Because it felt like you were done laughing, and then you go back to laughing. You felt you were done, and then you just go back to
They shot him out like a bullet. You're used to normally seeing them float away in a ceremonial style.
Like in Starship Troopers, yes.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the very first video that you and Hannah filmed together?
Was it, wait, was it RoboCop?
Yes.
Yes. I watched that one so many times back then, too. Like, watching Hannah go, yes. And be like, what the fuck? But you couldn't curse. So I was like, oh my god.
So by the time this podcast episode comes out, the video will be out, the Belko experiment reaction.
Oh yeah,
that is such. So the
I
video
can't wait to see that one. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is such a great, like the juxtaposition of you being scared out of your mind and Hannah going, and then that is like when the reactions are like, sorry, like juxtaposed like that, to where it's so different. I think that is one of my favorite things.
Yeah. I like a lot of older reactions with her, like Man on Fire, and what was the one we watched? Oh, it was Firefly, where he was like, I was like, of course you're smiling, when he went into the blade. He like put his blade down, and he went. It was the last fire. I think it was the movie, Firefly movie.
When he put the sword down, and the guy fell on the sword. Yeah.
She started smiling, and I was like, of course you're smiling.
We have so many great moments, and we have so many videos that are filmed that are waiting to come out that have great moments. So the Pain and Gain reaction is going to be out.
I can't wait to see that one too.
Oh, it has some great moments, like because what I like is when they don't know what's going on, and when Tori first saw like Dwayne Johnson appear, and she
my god,
she like turned around. That was so funny.
She looks at the camera.
No, she turned away from. She's like this, like that was a great moment.
She's so cute.
Yeah, I'm really like, I think that every pairing, we're so lucky around to the movies to have like this family where everyone is just no matter who films with whom, we make great videos. I'm just so glad that we have that.
Yeah, it's fun.
So. This is coming back to a question that you asked me. I thought it'd be something similar. Whom would you rather fight in a boxing ring?
Oh, no.
The cast of The Muppets or the cast of Sesame Street?
Oh. I'd fight Sesame Street. I think I like the Muppets more. Dang. They got the Count Dracula. I mean, yeah, they got the Count over here. He's my favorite in Sesame Street, but no, I think I like a lot more people in the Muppets. So I think I'll fight them.
You have a better chance against the Sesame Street people or against the
No,
Muppets?
I don't. You know what? They're huge. Like some of them are really big. Oh, that's a good one because they're small over here.
The Muppets are small.
Yeah, they got Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I'll take my chances. I think I could get them. I'm a pretty good boxer. I think I can do that. I'll do it. Anything for my pals.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Animal.
I figured as much.
Come on. Who doesn't love him? I used to really love Gonzo when I was a kid. But right now, yeah, it's Animal. Love him. He's my spirit animal.
I don't remember a lot of the Muppets, but I remember this one episode where something happened to Gonzo and his arms got too long. Do you remember that one?
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And then
I don't remember either.
I forget who was with him. It wasn't maybe I think maybe it was Kermit or somebody else, and said you should become a sheriff and they'll call you the long arm of the law. And for some reason, I just think of that a lot.
Oh. I just thought about the RoboCop again when the guy with the long arms. That's the image that came into my head just now.
All right, so if a documentary was to be made about you, who would direct it and who would narrate it?
Oh my god.
Who would be the director and whose voice you want to narrate it?
So somebody's reading it, like on one of those.
Yeah.
Like in a documentary, like the. You know what? I want Gerald. No shit. What's his name? Morgan Freeman.
Everyone wants.
I want him too. You know, that's an honor, though. If you know that your documentary has Morgan Freeman's voice, then you were somebody. Actually, let me think. Besides him, Lenny Kravitz.
Really?
No, I love him.
Well,
I love his voice. I love everything. He's so
I don't know.
swagger.
I can't picture him talking for a long time. I can picture him singing, but he does have this presence. Like,
yeah, I want somebody. You know, I want somebody with a suave. Maybe Antonio Banderas. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I think I want him. I want somebody suaver. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I have a hard time thinking of Antonio Banderas anything other than the commercials he's done.
Which one?
He used to do commercials for nasal spray, and he would say you have congestion. Yes. And that's all I can say. Whenever Antonio Banderas, I always think congestion.
Yeah.
Or whenever I have a cold, in my head, it's Antonio Banderas talking about congestion.
Good, because he's got that great of a voice. I used to love when that commercial came on. I did. I looked forward to it. I think so did my mother. We both did.
You know, there was also one that Patrick Stewart narrated.
Really?
I can't stop thinking about. It was about Crestor. I remember what the medication does, but it's called Crestor.
Oh.
And he talks about the medications, and then at the end, he goes, "You might just declare I'm a Crestor success. Now you're getting somewhere," and that lives in my head.
Oh my god!
Now, it's been 20 years since that commercial because I lived in Springfield back then, and I still think about that commercial every time I see a picture of Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god!
Whenever you watch Star Trek here, I think of that commercial. And then his face
comes. That's funny. Every time I see him, I keep thinking about Professor X.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought there was there was a fan movie about or fan fiction about Captain Picard meeting Professor X. I'm sure there's tons of fan fiction about that.
Ooh, I like those. I love fan fiction stuff.
So on that note, if you can go on a date on the holodeck.
Oh shit! I want data.
So what location or scene would you create, and which Enterprise crew member would be a partner? You answered half of that. But where would you and Data go?
Oh man, on the holodeck?
Yeah, but where on the holodeck? What would you recreate on the holodeck?
No one sees this footage, right? It's never recorded, right?
I don't know.
Picard doesn't have access to this.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there are some episodes in the future that have something to do with that.
Damn. Okay. Well, in my fantasy world, let's just say if he did not have access to any cameras, and you could lock it, and no one comes in. They know you're in there, and
yeah.
No one can. I'd give him the full human experience. I mean, he wants to learn. I'm willing to teach.
Well, I thought Lieutenant Yar already did that.
Oh well, I mean, I want to take him on a date. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna show him what it's like to live together and make you stuff and cuddle and. I'm sorry. Am I getting too graphic? Should I stop there before it gets spicier?
You can do whatever you please.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
This is your episode.
I know, but still, I don't make you uncomfortable.
We've been doing this for 3 years. I'm way past being uncomfortable. Think about next month, we will have been doing Run to the Movies for 3 years.
Oh my God.
So I'm way past being uncomfortable.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Oh my God. He's like, yeah, I'm used to this. Well, I'll leave the rest up to everyone's imagination. But I would do that. I would play every scene. I'd give him a house with a fence and a really big yard and maybe a couple animals.
It's cute.
Some children.
Well, you just watched an episode where he made
I know. See, that means he wants to make children. See, he's already... I'd show him that on the holodeck. It would be our secret holodeck.
So, that's all the questions I had, but I have this question in my mind now that you brought this up. So, if we had magical powers to bring anyone, what movie character would you like to join Run to the Movies to record reactions with? Like what movie or show or character?
Like I could take any character from any movie?
Yeah, to sit here with you and watch movies together.
Oh, man. Oh, I have so many. I want Deadpool.
Like, do you make a reaction? But how is Deadpool doesn't have a face, so how is he going to make facial expressions for reactions?
What? Have you seen him? He is still very expressive. He's like
with his mask?
Yeah, and the way he speaks, come on. You don't even need to see an expression. He goes like this. He goes, what the fucking Santa Claus? Holy shit just happened. Like, he needs no facial expression. He's perfect. He blurts it out so well, and I'm in love with him. Best person ever, Deadpool.
So what movie would you and Deadpool watch?
Oh my God. Oh man. I don't know. Something that we both never seen before, so it's hard to say.
Or would it be like a comic, a horror, an action movie?
Probably something like action. Real action-y, yeah. Cause then I'll freak out and he'll like have fun and like do his own little things on it, like say what he would have done or yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you gotta go like that. You know, like he would put his own input into the art of people dying.
It sounds like you're describing Hannah.
I am. I love her. Oh my God, I love working with her. She is so fun. Oh, the best. We're so different, and she's like, she talks like how I would, like when I'm like goofy and weirded out by stuff, she does the same thing when she's, oh my God, I love it. It is. Hannah's Deadpool. Oh my God.
All right, so if Hannah's Deadpool, which X-Men character are you?
If she is going to be Deadpool, I will be her Wolverine. Because actually, I told Hannah that when the movie was coming out, like, would she be the Wolverine to my Deadpool? And we have costumes that we found and saved, and we were going to go together to the movies and see it like that, because I already have the Deadpool costume. We didn't do it yet, but we have it saved for future, like, events if ever we do something, but... I even wanted to get her the little bracelets that were Deadpool and but yeah. So we always thought like, oh, she is my Wolverine to my Deadpool, but if she had to be Deadpool, then I will be her Wolverine. That is my work bestie. I love her.
All right, so I think that's all the questions I had. So is there yeah, I was just thinking about a way to end it. So yeah, that's all the questions I had. I think that this is going to be quite the episode for people to watch. Is there any specific thing you want to tell our viewers in general, like some kind of message to our viewers to end the episode on?
Absolutely. Have a good time all the time. Bye, guys.
You heard that first. Have a good time all the time. And if you know what toy is referring to, make sure to leave that in the comments.
Mwah.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right.
Yes. That was fun.